Hello, my crafty friends. Today I am sharing a pair of pop-up cards for the holidays. And I started with this older pattern paper pad. It's a 12 by 12 pad from the Paper Studio that I've had for a number of years. Anyhow, there are 3 of each design in the paper pad, and this page is what inspired my cards. So I've actually used 2 of them on my cards today, and I used dies to cut them out from the pattern paper. So the first one here is the tree one. These are 5 by 7 inch cards. There's the tree there. I added glitter dots, which are peel-off stickers from Elizabeth Craft Designs. I don't think that they are selling them anymore. I've had them for a number of years. I've loved them, and of course I stocked up on them. If you're in the US, you can get something similar from a company called Stamp On It, and in Canada, Ecstasy Crafts carries them as well. They're completely flat, but you get lots of shimmer and shine. I also used one of my hot foil sentiments. When I'm doing the hot foiling, because I have to get the machine out, I can't leave it out to just foil at a whim. I tend to foil several things at one time. So I did foil the sentiments and die cut them and pop them in a little cello bag to use on my cards. And that way when I go to make a card, I just have to kind of flip through that cello bag and see what's available. So I'll show you the inside of this one. I used the Rockin rectangle. And you can see that this is actually the cut apart there. And these were just some of the scraps, some of the smaller pieces that were in there. This tree and this tree stamp is new to me. I didn't bring the punch over. It's called Perfectly Plaid. It's from Stampin' Up. So there's a stamp set and then there's a coordinating punch, which is awesome. And I kind of had my eye on it and it retired and I was able to pick it up. I belong to a Facebook group for Canadian stampers who are selling their retired Stampin' Up items. Quite often demonstrators are selling off their older stock that is no longer in the catalog. So I was able to snag that, and so there's a stamped and punched tree there, and the sentiment comes from that as well. So this Rockin rectangle, it's a fun one. It's one of my favorite dies by Karen Burniston, and I hadn't used it in quite a while. So here it is here. It comes with lots of layering rectangles, but you can use your own rectangles or your own shapes. But I did use the dies on this one because I really love that sweet scalloped edge. There's some Wink of Stella for some additional sparkle. And really this card did not take that long to go together, but it's got lots of oomph with that Rockin rectangle inside. And here is the second card with the Rockin rectangle. I used the stocking from that sheet and just a scrap of paper, some gold gel pen highlighting here, some more glitter dots. The Rockin rectangle, I have a die cut snowflake and a die cut sentiment. And the sentiment inside is from Waffle Flower. It's called Wonderful Christmas, and there are dies as well. I picked this up last year. It was an investment, but I love the size of the sentiments. So many companies have got small little sentiments, and so many companies don't bother with the sentiments at all. They just have like Happy Holidays or Merry Christmas, and the fonts are lovely, but you know, I want something to put inside my cards. So that's from Waffle Flower. Everything that's available is linked on my blog. And then the snowflake that I used is from scrapbook.com, and there's just a big variety of snowflake dies, and I just cut them from white cardstock and added them here. Actually, I think these ones might have been cut from a white pearl cardstock, which I had in my stash. This is actually the other cut apart that's on this paper. I'm calling them cut aparts. I don't know what you would call them when they're printed on the sheet, but here's the snowflake one. So I used a portion of this for one and a portion of this for the inside of this card. So again, there's lots of lift and movement with that Rockin rectangle. It does go together quite easily. Remember, Karen Burniston has assembly videos for all of her pop-up dies linked right on the product page. So I will link the Rockin rectangle for you if you're curious as to how it goes together. I prefer to show lots of different ways you can use your dies rather than do just an assembly tutorial. If you enjoyed my video today, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to see more, and that's it for me today.